The brutal beheading of a journalist in Iraq by a terrorist believed to be from the UK has piled pressure on the Prime Minister to recall Parliament to debate the crisis. He's had to cut short his own holiday in Cornwall to coordinate the government's reaction. The summer has been dominated by the escalating crisis in Iraq and the West's agonising over how best to react to it. Earlier in the summer, David Cameron was forced to interrupt a holiday in Portugal to take charge of the UK's response. That amounted to plans to deliver humanitarian aid, and with no suggestion the UK was ready or willing to take any military action to stop the militants' advance. The Prime Minister convened a meeting of the government's Cobra Committee to coordinate the humanitarian effort, but insisted there would be no new war in Iraq or British boots on the ground. But a growing number of MPs and military figures stepped up demands for a recall of Parliament so they could debate the government's response and voice their own fears about the UK's growing involvement. The Prime Minister again ruled that out and embarked on another holiday, this time in Cornwall, saying he could keep running the country via his BlackBerry, which didn't go down very well with his critics. And then it all changed with the brutal murder of journalist James Foley by a terrorist believed to have come from the UK. Cameron rushed back to Downing Street from Cornwall to examine the evidence and plan the response, while Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond pointed out the government had been warning for months that hundreds of Britons were fighting alongside the terrorists in Iraq and Syria. The danger of those individuals importing violence back into Britain was dramatically underlined by the murder of Foley. At the moment, there is no sign Parliament will be recalled to debate the issue, but events are moving quickly, and the Prime Minister may well find that those demands become irresistible. And that's it for this week. To keep up to date with all the political news from Westminster, go to ibtimes.co.uk.